Have you ever done this? Quietly opening your phone, going into your privacy settings, and turning off your birthday notification. You do it a few days before the actual date, with a strange sense of caution, almost like you are sweeping a crime scene for fingerprints. And when the day finally arrives, you wake up, you go to work, you eat a completely normal lunch, you pay your bills and excel at your job, maintaining the perfect disguise of a highly functional, responsible adult. No cake, no candles, no loud, overwhelming celebrations. And when the day ends, you let out a heavy sigh of relief. It is finally over. Society, the people who love parties and crowds, they might look at you with confusion. They might call you eccentric. They might say you are trying too hard to be edgy. That you are too closed off, too pessimistic, or even ungrateful for the day you were born. But you and I both know that is not the truth. And here is the thing, this indifference does not come from self-hatred. It is absolutely not antisocial behavior. Your desperate desire to turn your birthday into just a normal day is actually a highly sophisticated psychological defense mechanism. It is how your nervous system is trying to survive. You are not alone in this. The truth is, a massive portion of adults out there, the ones who are seen as the strong ones, the overachievers, the therapist friends, are doing the exact same thing. They are trapped in an incredibly suffocating psychological paradox. Today, we are going to peel back that mask. We are going to put a name to the profound emptiness that crushes your chest every time your birth month rolls around, so you can finally realize you are not broken. You are simply exhausted. Remember the feeling when the calendar flips to your birth month. It is not excitement. It is a slight, anxious tightening in your chest, an unconscious sigh. Your heart rate might tick up just a bit, and your palms might sweat at the thought of the incoming messages. That is not a coincidence, and it is not you being difficult. In clinical psychology, this phenomenon is often referred to as the birthday blues. It is not just a vague sadness. It is a very real, biological reaction. As your birthday approaches, your amygdala, the part of your brain responsible for processing threats and fear, recognizes this day not as a reward, but as a danger. But why? Why does a day that is supposed to be filled with privilege trigger your internal alarm system? Because, let's be honest about how you navigate your life every single day. You are always the strong one. You are the problem solver. In any given room, in any given relationship, you are never just present. You are not just in the room. You are the thermostat. You constantly read the temperature of everyone's mood and adjust yourself to keep the room from catching fire. It is an exhausting reality. So what happens on your birthday? Your birthday forces the spotlight directly onto you. Suddenly, your familiar role of the caretaker is stripped away. You are expected to shine, to be overwhelmingly happy, to perform immense gratitude for the gifts or wishes of others. And so, instead of enjoying it, your brain has to run at maximum capacity to do the most exhausting thing of all, manage the emotions of the people celebrating you. You have to smile brightly enough so they feel validated. You have to react enthusiastically so they don't feel rejected. It drains you. It is exhausting. And it is incredibly lonely. But that is just the surface layer. Deep down in your subconscious, hiding beneath the burnout of people-pleasing, is a much older, much more ruthless fear. It is the desperation to escape the expectation hangover. The nervous systems of adults who carry unresolved trauma are fiercely allergic to disappointment. Maybe in the past, you hoped for a lot on this day. You waited for someone to show up. A specific text message from a specific person, but all you got was silence. The pain of that letdown was so severe that your subconscious decided to rewrite its survival code. The only way to never get hurt again is to slaughter the expectation entirely. You put on the heavy armor, the armor you built to survive the battlefield of your childhood, is now weighing you down in peacetime. You intentionally downgrade your birthday to a 0. You turn off the notifications. You volunteer for overtime. You repeat it in your head like a mantra. It is just a normal day. Because you would rather erase your own joy and erase yourself than give the world another opportunity to let you down. That coldness isn't apathy. It is a deeply scarred heart fiercely protecting itself. And this is where the real tragedy begins. The armor you wear doesn't just keep the disappointment out. It also keeps the connection out. Think about how you interact with the world. When you constantly broadcast the signal, "Don't worry about me, my birthday isn't a big deal," the people around you eventually start to believe it. They back off. They stop trying to surprise you. They respect the ironclad boundaries you have set up. But ironically, their withdrawal only validates the toxic belief, eating away at you from the inside. See, no one actually cares. This bitter mismatch creates a psychological tug-of-war that destroys your peace of mind. Cognitive dissonance. On one hand, your deepest biological craving is to be seen, to belong, and to be loved unconditionally. But on the other hand, your physical actions are designed to hide, to push people away, and to minimize your own existence. These two conflicting realities collide violently, tearing apart your internal peace. It explains why high-functioning people like you, who always look so put together, are perpetually drained. You are drained because you are constantly masking to fit in. You smile and wave it off when a coworker brings a cake. You awkwardly say thank you and immediately pivot to work topics to kill the attention. You maintain a calm, independent exterior that shows zero signs of the storm raging inside. But deep down, you are living as the chameleon. You've spent so long blending into the colors of what other people need you to be, that when you look in the mirror, you don't even know your own original color anymore. This loss of identity creates a profound crisis. It makes you feel deeply lonely, even in a crowded room, or even sitting right next to your partner, because none of them know the real you. They are only interacting with the highly curated, heavily managed version you present to stay safe. And then, when the sun goes down, when that normal day finally comes to a close, you sit alone in your space, and the silence doesn't feel like peace. It feels heavy. It feels cold. You realize you won. You successfully prevented any drama, any expectations, and any disappointment. No one let you down today. But what was the price of that absolute safety? A terrifying, hollow existential dread, an agonizing echo from the bottom of your soul. If I actually disappeared from this world tomorrow, would anyone even come looking for me? When I have already erased the day I was born, and those are the cruelest paradoxes of the highly aware, exhausted adult. You turn off your birthday notifications so no one remembers. But deep down, you are desperately craving just one person to remember, without an algorithm telling them to. You are the ultimate healer, the safe harbor for everyone else's breakdowns, but you are completely helpless when it comes to saving yourself from the loneliness of your own birth date. If you are listening to this, and you feel that heavy weight in your chest, I want you to take a deep breath. You do not need advice. You get enough of that. You do not need someone telling you to just open up or try harder. You are already trying too hard. Psychology tells us this. Your reaction makes perfect sense. It is the footprint of a nervous system that has carried entirely too much. Your instinct to shrink away isn't weakness. It is the survival tactic of the Atlas child. You are holding up the sky so that it doesn't crush the people you love, but no one ever asks how your shoulders are doing. You do not have to force yourself to blow out candles or fake a smile if you don't want to. You have every right to treat it like a normal day. You are allowed to rest. Let yourself put that heavy armor down, even just for a moment. I see how heavy that is. You can put it down now. You are safe here. If this year, or for many years past, you have quietly slipped through your birthday, it was just another Tuesday. Leave a dot or a few words in the comments below. I can't promise to throw you a party, but I can promise, right here, there are people who truly see you. Don't forget to subscribe so we can keep sitting down together, untangling the quiet psychological battles you fight entirely on your own. I will see you in the next video.